Title: The Weaver's Shadow. In the frostbitten village of Scalwyn, where pines whispered of forgotten winters, the weaver's loom was both shrine and enigma. Tucked in a hollow, its wooden frame glowed faintly, threads shimmering like veins of ice. Villagers swore it wove not cloth but destinies, tended by Isolde, a woman whose eyes held the depth of glaciers. She was no witch, they insisted, yet none approached her cottage after dusk, fearing the shadows that danced without light. Only Torin, a woodcarver with hands rook as bark, dared seek her out, driven by a loss he couldn't name. At 24, Torin carved saints for Scalwyn's chapel, his knife coaxing grace from oak. His dark curls fell over eyes that saw too much, his smile a rare visitor since his wife, Ellen, died birthing their stillborn son. The village offered pity, but Torin wanted answers. Why her? Why them? Rumors of the loom's power, its ability to reveal what was hidden, gnawed at him like frostbite. He'd resisted, fearing superstition. But grief was a crueler master. Each dawn, Torin passed Isolde's cottage, its chimney smoke curling like a beckoning finger. He'd pause, axe in hand, feeling the loom's hum in his bones. Isolde, ageless in her shawl of woven stars, would nod from her garden, her silver braid catching light. "When you're ready," she'd say, voice soft as snow. Torin never answered, but his carvings grew sharper, their faces echoing Ellen's. One twilight, when clouds bruised the shy and wolves howled, Torin could bear it no longer. He slung his knife in his belt, grabbed a lantern, and trudged to the hollow. The cottage door was ajar, firelight spilling out. Isolde sat at the loom, her hands threading patterns that pulsed like heartbeats. The air smelled of wool and secrets, heavy with a hum that made Torin's teeth ache. "You came," Isolde said, not looking up, her fingers never faltering. "What do you seek?" Torin's throat tightened. "Ellen," he said, voice raw. "Why she's gone. What I did wrong." Isolde's eyes met his, blue as frozen lakes. "The loom shows what is not what you wish. Sit." He sank onto a stool, lantern flickering. Isolde wove, threads glinting red as blood, gold as dawn. Images formed in the fabric. Ellen's laugh, her hand on his cheek, then her face pale, breath still. Torin leaned forward, heart pounding, seeing not just her death, but before a moment in their kitchen, her eyes distant, a fear she'd never shared. "She knew," he whispered. "She knew she might not survive." Isolde nodded. "She chose to try for you, for the child. That was her thread." Torin's hands clenched, tears hot on his cheeks. "I should have seen it. I could have stopped her." "No," Isolde said, her voice firm. "You loved her. That was enough." The loom's hum softened, the images fading. Torin saw one last scene himself, older, carving a cradle, a new light in his eyes. He recoiled, the hope in it too sharp. "I don't deserve that," he said. Isolde cut a thread precise and the loom stilled. "Deserve or not, your thread goes on. Take it or let it unravel." Torin stood, dizzy, The lanterns glowed in against the looms. "What's it cost?" he asked, voice hoarse. "Truth," Isolde said. "You carry it now." He left without a word, the hollow swallowing his steps. Back in Scalwyn, he lit no fire, sitting in darkness, Ellen's fear and love heavy in his chest. Days later, he carved again not saints, but a figure of her, smiling, her hand outstretched. The village noticed, their whispers softer now, less pity, more awe. Isolde wove on, her loom humming for others, but Torin never returned. He carried the truth, heavy but his, and in his carvings Ellen lived, her shadow woven into every stroke, a thread he'd never let break. Thank you, amazing viewers. We're so grateful to you for listening to our story videos on English through stories. Your support for adventures like The Moth's Promise and The Bellmaker's Echo means the world to us. Keep learning English with us. More exciting stories are coming.